Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today's stitch, I'm going to show you how to do this, and it's really simple how to do it and it's really pretty. You're working in rows of double crochet and treble crochet, and one of your trebles comes down into the next row, as you can see there. This is the back of my blanket, which is, it's quite nice as well on that. Now this stitch is really nice if you need to make a lightweight jacket, a cardigan, a zipper, a jumper, a scarf, a snood, a hat. It's a nice stitch. It's quite compact and it's really pretty, and it would make nice children's hoodies as well. And I'm going to show you how to do this stitch. Now this one, I've been using this great big ball of Aran with this speckle through it. You just make the chain as long as you need it. I've got my one like this. This is 66 stitches on this little blanket. And what we're going to do is, you do your chain. Your first row is double crochet, a whole row of double crochet. Your second row is a whole row of treble crochet, and your third row is a whole row of double crochet again. If you're in another country, if you're not in the UK and you're in the USA or another country, that is one row of single crochet, one row of double crochet, and one more row of single crochet. That is what you need as the basis of your foundation. So I'm going to pop that back up there. So I'll do a quick sample of this. It's quite a quick stitch and it'll keep you busy. So you're going to make yourself a chain. Do it quite slack, you don't need to do it too tight. So I like to turn my chain. We're going into the second stitch from the hook. I like to turn my chain around and work into all those little long lines. So no yarn over, because we're doing a double crochet. So through the stitch, pull your yarn through, yarn over and through the stitch, pull your yarn through, yarn over and pull through. So I'm going to do a UK double crochet all the way to the end. If you're in the USA or another country, you're going to do a single crochet all the way to the end. I'll get that done and come back and show you what to do next. So I've got my row of double crochet done. If you're in the USA or another country, this is a single crochet. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and turn. Now we're going to do one full row of treble crochet. You do your blanket the length that you want it done. So I'm going to yarn over this time and through my next stitch, and I'm going to treble crochet all the way to the end. So if you're in the USA or another country, this is a double crochet all the way to the end of my row. Now you're going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to do one full row of double crochet, just like we did down here. One full row of double crochet. If you're in the USA or another country, that's another row of single crochet. So I'm just going to go into my next stitch and work my way all the way along. So this is the foundation that you need to build so you can start working into these treble crochets that are down here to do this kind of little drop stitch pattern. I'm calling it a drop stitch because we're going down here. It works out like a little diamond, if you can see it like there. It's sort of like a little it's actually just staggered in the shape of a little diamond like this. So I'm going to double crochet all the way to the end of my row. So I'm going to put one double crochet into the top of that chain of 3 to finish this round. Now the pattern round will always be when you're doing your treble crochets or your double crochets if you're in the USA. So your pattern round will always be done with a treble crochet. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put one treble crochet into this stitch. Now what we're going to do is this stitch here, we're going to work around the post. We're going to drop down to the row that we did our other treble crochets. So put your yarn around your hook, and this one we should be going into here, but we're not. We're going into the stitch below around the post. So put your hook in and go around the post. Just work your yarn around that post and pull through. Now pull the stitch up. You've got to pull the stitch up to the same height as these ones. Yarn over through your 2 loops, yarn over and through your 2 loops. That's you made your first long stitch. Now the very next stitch to it, do 1 treble crochet. The next stitch, you're going to find it, the easiest way to explain it, we've worked that one, we're going to skip that one and work around this one. So yarn over, skip the next long stitch down here and work around the next one. So you're dropping down into the middle row. Pull your yarn up so that it's the same height as your other stitches. And then 1 treble crochet into the stitch beside it. Like that. So we're going to skip this long one and we're going to work around this one. Yarn over and go behind the post, work your stitch around, pull your yarn up like this, pull your stitch up tall and finish your stitch. So what's happening is you're making these elongated stitches. You miss one, work one, miss one and work one. But as soon as you've done that, you need to go in and treble crochet into the stitch right beside it. Don't forget to do that treble crochet or you won't have a stitch to work in when we do the pattern row again. So yarn over. So we've worked that treble, missed that one, and we're going to work around that one. Pull your stitch up and a treble crochet into the stitch beside it, not behind it, beside it. Skip that one and we'll work around that one. Pull your stitch up and treble crochet into the stitch at its side, not the one behind, not the one that's there, the one that's beside it. Miss that one and work around that one. Pull your stitch up and a treble crochet into the next stitch at the top of the next stitch. So we're going to drop down a row, skip that one, we've worked that one, so skip that one and work around that one and pull up, finish your treble. Make sure you pull your yarn up to the same height and look at that, look how pretty that is. So treble crochet into the next stitch yarn over, skip that one, and we're going to work that one and pull up, same height as all the other ones. So your last 2 stitches, you're just going to put a treble crochet into your last 2 stitches. Find my stitch. That didn't go in. Make sure you go through the stitch and the chain. It might be a little bit tough on that last one. There we are. A treble crochet. Now you're going to chain 1, turn your work. Now this is the wrong side of your work. When you get on the wrong side, you'll always be doing a double crochet row. If you're in the USA or another country, this will be your single crochet row. So we've done 1 chain, we're going into the next stitch, just go right through and we're going to do a double crochet all the way to the end and 1 into the top of that chain of 3. Now once you've done that row, count your stitches to make sure you still have the same amount of stitches, that you haven't forgotten to pick one up or you've maybe not added, don't add an extra one at the end. So count your stitches just to make sure you've got the same number of stitches. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now that row we've just done and this pattern row are the 2 rows that you're going to keep repeating until your blanket is as tall as you want it. So what we're going to do now is, this one's been worked. We're on this row up here now. We're going to work around this post and this post. We're going to go work around the posts of the one we've already done. So it's all these ones that are in here. We're going to be working around those stitches there. So we're going to work around this stitch first. So yarn over and go behind this stitch. Pull it up to the same height as your other stitches. And then the stitch next to it, that's the one that's in line with the long post already. This stitch here, put a treble crochet. Move along one and we're going to work around this post that's in between these 2 long ones. So yarn over and work around the post of that stitch. Pull your yarn up, just give it a wriggle, make sure it comes up. And then a treble crochet into the next stitch. You're going to repeat those 2 rows over and over again, and as you can see, your long stitches are at the other side of those ones. Your next row is a row of double crochet, and then you'll work into these ones doing the pattern in between these 2 big long stitches. So you'll be working into the treble crochet posts in between your long stitches. So we're going to work around this one. That one's been worked and that one's there. So we're going into this one. In the row below, that's your row of double crochet, that's your treble crochets. So in behind that treble crochet and pull up. You'll only be doing these long stitches around treble crochets. So the next stitch, just a normal treble in the top row of your next stitch. So drop down to the next row in between these 2 pillars here. We're going around that one, yarn over and around that stitch and pull up, just wriggle it. And then a treble crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, so we're doing the wrong side. So this row is just a row of double crochet. oops, no yarn over, into the next stitch and double crochet all the way to the end. So I'm going to put one double crochet into the top of that chain of 3 into there. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now it's that row and the next row that's you keep repeating. So now we're going to put a large stitch here in between these two. So we're not going to work the one that's on this side to keep the pattern correct. So we're going to put a treble crochet in the next stitch. Then you've got your 2 long stitches and your treble in the middle. That's the one we're going to work around. Pull your yarn up and put a treble crochet into the next stitch. Oops, hang on, I've gone a bit too far. So the stitch you're going to put your treble crochet in is the one just off to the right of that long stitch. And that keeps your stitch count correct. So you've got your 2 long ones and we're going to work around that one. Work around that stitch. And a treble crochet in to the stitch that's on the right of there. So it's one row of your trebles with your long stitch and one row of double crochet. That's the pattern repeat. And we're going down behind that stitch. Pull your yarn up. You can use any yarn to do this stitch, but it seems to look much nicer if you're using a thicker yarn. And we're going to do that all the way along. Behind there, pull up. And I'm going to do a treble crochet into the next stitch and one into that chain. That's one into there and one into the top. Now the way it goes like this, you may have to move that stitch out of the way to get into the top of your single crochet that was there on that row. Try and get through the middle of it. Looks a little jumbled up. There we go. Treble crochet into there. Then chain 1 and turn, and you'll do another row, your repeat row of single crochet. I'll just finish that and I'll show you what we've got. So I'll do one more double crochet, and this is the row that you finish your blanket on. If you're going to finish your blanket, finish it on a row of double crochet. If you're in the USA or another country, it's a row of single. Now it looks like a little bit like a puff stitch, but it's not. It's really pretty. Don't be afraid just to pull it into shape like that, and that is the stitch that you get. It's really pretty and it makes this little sort of diamond pattern, and it's really pretty. I like it because it's nice and thick. It would make a beautiful sort of spring cardigan or pullover. It's really nice. I'll show you the other one that I've got already nearly finished. Well, I've still got, oops, so I've still got a little bit of work on this one. I'll come down a bit. So I've still got a little bit of work to do on this one, but this is what it looks like when you've done quite a bit. It's really pretty. Now if you want to finish your blanket, just finish it when you've done a row of double crochet on the top. You just leave it like that and that's it, finished. It makes it the same as the bottom down here. And that is how you do this really pretty stitch. like this. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please click on that subscribe button. And also, if you click on the bell icon, you'll be notified when I put up another tutorial. And this is a really nice stitch, it really is. If you've got a pattern for a plain hoodie or a plain sweater, then you can change the stitch to this. You can do one of the drop stitches down on it because it's really pretty. I like it. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.